So hi guys, so this video we're going to do the chapter 9, which is the transport layer. So here's the a little bit introduction for this chapter. So transport layer data network and the internet support the human network by supplying reliable communication between people. On a single device, people can use multiple applications and services such as email, the web, and instant messaging to send message or retrieve information. Data from each of these applications is packaged, transported, and delivered to the appropriate application of the destination device. So the process as described in the OSI transport layer accept data from the application layer and prepare it for addressing at the network layer. A source computer communicates with the receiving computer to decide how to break up data into segments. So how to make sure none of the segments get lost and how to verify all the segments arrive when thinking about the transport layer. So think of a shipping department preparing a single order of multiple package for delivery. So now that we have read the introduction for this chapter, let's find the activity. So here's the first activity for this chapter, which is the TCP and UDP characteristic. Here's the instruction. Drag each characteristic to its TCP and UDP delivery method. So TCP is a transmission control protocol while the UDP is the user diagram datagram protocol. So uh, here's the characteristic. So the UDP must be a less overhead as well as connectionless as well as this sequence no should be in the TCP. Then the past transmission requirements, no order delivered should be included on TCP session establishment. No acknowledge of receipt should be in the UDP, and then guarantee delivered and order delivered. So now that we had done in answering this activity, let's find if it's correct or not. So as you can see, I have successfully matched each characteristic to its TCP and UDP delivery method. So now that we are done in taking this activity, let's find another one for this. So here is the second activity, which is the TCP connection and termination process. So here's the instruction. Drag each descriptor to its appropriate place in the image to illustrate the three-way handshake of a TCP establishment session. So here's the computer A and computer B. So the computer A sends SYNC and the computer B receive the SYNC. Then now it should be the computer B send SYNC and NAC. Then the computer A also receive the SYNC because the computer B send this and automatically a computer A will receive what the computer B send the computer A. So now should be this one and this one. So now that we are done in um, answering this activity, let's check if it's correct or not. So as you can see, I have successfully illustrated three-way handshake requirements of the TCP establishment session. So for the figure 2, okay, here's the instruction for this. Drag each descriptor to its appropriate place in the image to illustrate the process of the TCP termination session. So it will send pin, then as well as is received the app, then it will send PIN again, and also it will receive PIN, then up again, and as you can see, it will alternate PIN up, PIN up, as well as this because of this line. So now that we are done in this activity, let's check if it's correct or not. So as you can see, I have successfully illustrated the four-step process of a TCP termination session. So let's find another activity for this chapter. Okay, okay. Here's the last activity for this chapter. So here's the instruction. Drag the application layer protocol to its transport layer delivery method, TCP, UDP, or both. So as far as I know, the DNS will be both for this TCP and UDP. Then the HTTP will be for this one. The telnet is for this one. The UDP for this one. TTP, TFTP. This one. So I hope that this activity will be correct. So now let's check if it's correct or not. So I have wrong. I have mistakenly for this one. So this time it's correct now. Oh, it should be on both. Okay, now I have successfully matched the application layer protocols to the transmit method. So let's move on to the conclusion for this chapter, which is okay. Here's the little bit summary for this chapter. The transport layer provides transport-related service by dividing data received from an application into segments, adding a headers to identify and manage its segments, using the header information to resemble the segments back into application data, passing the assembled data to correct application. UDP and TCP are common transport layer protocols. So UDP datagrams and TCP segments have had headers added in front of the data that include the source port number and destination port number. These port numbers enable the data to be directed to the correct application running on the destination computer. So TCP does not pass any data to the network until it knows that the destination is ready to receive it. TCP then manages the flow of data and resend any data segment that are not acknowledged as being received at the destination. So TCP uses mechanism of handshaking, timers, acknowledgement message, and dynamic windowing to achieve reliability. Then the reliability process, however, imposes overhead on the network in terms of much larger segment header and more network traffic between the source and destination. So if the application data needs to be delivered across the network quickly, or if network bandwidth cannot support the overhead of control message being exchanged between the source and the destination system, UDP would be the developer's preferred transport layer protocol. So UDP provides none of the TCP reliable feature. However, this does not necessarily mean that the communication itself is unreliable. There may be mechanism in the application layer protocols and service that process flaws or delay datagrams if the application has the requirements. So the application developer decides the transport layer protocol that the best meets the requirements for the application. It is important to remember that the other layers all play a part in data network communication and influence its performance. So now guys that we had a summary for this chapter. Thank you for lending me some time and hope we learned about something for this chapter and goodbye.